What is going on, fam? Hope everyone's having a nice day. Boy, do I have a story to tell y'all. But if you're new to this channel, my name is Brittany Fontanez. Thank you so much for being here. What I do is I teach people, show people, share this wisdom of how to turn their pain into power so they can find the infinite love within them. Oh my God, this story I have to tell you guys. Alright, I'm gonna be real. And I feel like there hasn't been enough real people or people who call themselves gurus or spiritual teachers who tell anyone this. But the fact that, I got money stolen from me today. And here's the thing, you guys. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I have $0. $0 at all. But I've been feeling very, very humble. I'm fairly good inside and still believing. And then when I realized, when I finally got that money that I needed, it just got stolen from me. Now, why am I sharing this with you? This doesn't sound good. Most of you guys are probably expecting something positive, but here is the opportunity behind this experience, because I know I'm not the only one who goes through this. When money gets taken from us, we feel very, very down, very regretful, very resentful. And I realized is that how can we define our beings by something that's not even alive? It may be energy, don't get me wrong, but it's not as precious of our own life. It's not as precious because we give life. Money just brings things to us in order for us to live. Things exist because we want them and need them. If we did not exist as human beings, there would be no point of cars, of jobs, of stores, of food. There would be no point of those because we don't exist. But we exist. So we bring life to everything, especially money. That's why money exists. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because we can't define ourselves by something that's not as worthy as we are. As much as majority of us, when money gets stolen from us, we cry. We get upset. We're like, fuck, why does this happen to me? I was very close to doing that. But then I realized something. Not only would I realize what I just shared with you is what I realized, but what I really had a revelation over is that no matter what happens, whatever you believe in, I'm just going to use God, for instance, as a name. God is never checking your bank account. God is always checking your faith. Who you believe yourself to be, that vision that you have in your heart, and I'm not just talking about in your mind what you think you should be, but I'm talking about how you feel you're meant to be. That feeling, that vision, you have to keep your faith in that vision. And I'm not talking about the person that you are right now. I'm not talking about who you are going to be tomorrow, next week, next month. I'm talking about who you're going to be next 5 years, next 10 years, next year. Who are you going to be? That's the vision I'm talking about. That's the vision you have to stick with. I'm not talking about only the person who's going to gain so much success and is going to gain these cars, all these money, all everything materialistic. Yes, those come with a source of being successful. But what I'm really talking about is the person that you not only believe you meant to be, but the beliefs you hold, but how you hold yourself, the confidence you have in your abilities. What are you going to do? How are you going to serve this world? I'm talking about that person you envision. I'm talking about that vision that you always think of every time you wake up in the morning and you feel like there's more to life than what it is you're doing right now. Because it's true. There is more to life and there is more to you that you perceive yourself to be. So you got to stick with that vision. You got to keep that faith in there. And I'm not telling you to believe hardcore, because I'm not advising you to do that. Because the more we think about something, the more we tend to overthink things to the point we don't let the universe do its job. But what I'm saying is that when you believe in that vision, and when you're grateful for it, and when you just let it go and trust, everything really does work out in your favor. It really does. Because it's not about, like I say in all of my other videos, it's not about what you have or what you obtain. It's about who you want to be in this moment and who who you allow yourself to be in this moment. That's what's really important. The vision, when I realized money was stolen, when I thought I needed it, that was my issue. I thought I needed it. We all think we need this materialistic things. I'm not saying you don't need money to pay your bills, to have a place to stay, to feed your children, or have food for you. I'm not saying those things. But what I'm explaining to you is that the more we think we need something, is the more we really don't need it, because there's something we need to learn. And what we need to learn and understand is that we can't define ourselves by thinking that we need. We define ourselves by being, being. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be that person you envision now. You gotta hold those beliefs now. You gotta have that confidence now. You gotta have the faith that everything that you desire is already yours. And when I tapped into my heart today, after that, when I went for a walk and I just went in nature, and I'm gonna tell you, nature is very therapeutic. If anything that's going on in your circumstances, please go for a walk, because nature is so therapeutic and it'll always make you realize the truth. And the truth was, it was that I couldn't define myself by something that wasn't even as precious as my own worth or my own life. And especially when I bring life to it, that's why it exists. But mostly it's because the vision that I have is far more powerful than what I'm going through right now. Far more powerful than what anything we are going through. And what's the most beautifulest thing is that I realized today too, was that literally this is all a dream. The person you are right now, knowing if you have a vision within your heart of who you really feel like you're meant to be, that's the true person that you are. And this is just temporary. This is just temporary. When I kept realizing, it was my inner being telling me, listen, this is a dream that you're learning to wake up from. That's why you're doing the work. That's why you're meditating. That's why you're opening portals. That's why you keep questioning. That's why you keep moving. That's why you keep growing. That's why you keep believing, because you know. You just know that this is all temporary, and you're just learning to wake up from it, because we are abundant beings. We did come from love. We were told that we were going to get everything we given, but we got to be the co-creators of our reality. I'm not saying I co-created myself to get money stolen from me, but what I'm saying is that life is not testing you. There's no such thing as bad luck. There's no such thing as good luck, but there is a such thing as creating your own luck. Creating your own life. And that's where your job is the most powerful. When something physically happens in your physical circumstance, your beliefs are what's going to keep you moving forward. Your beliefs are what's going to change it. Your beliefs, your faith is going to hold you not only accountable to keep moving forward, but it's going to hold you in the present tense, where you know everything that's just happened needed to happen. But it happened in a manner where you're learning. And it happened in a manner where you're going to keep propelling forward. And it happened in a manner where you're like, oh, I learned something much bigger than I think I didn't need to learn. Now I'm sitting here relaxed outside in front of the pool and realizing, you know what? I am abundant. I am prosperous. And I'm saying this from an empty vessel. I'm not saying this from a lackful mindset. I'm saying this in the present tense, that I know who I truly am, and I'm sticking to this vision, and I'm keeping this faith. And here's one more thing I want to share with you. The successful people that we look up to, the people that we really admire that have broken their shackles of lack, they got to where they got because they kept their faith and their vision. That's why they are who they are now. And that's what we have to do. And I'm so grateful that I could share this wisdom, because I've never been given this wisdom. Every time shit like this happen, I will always say, oh, bad luck follows people. Oh, you know, shit just happens. It happens everywhere. It happens to everyone. The most beautiful thing that I've realized is that no matter what anyone says, your beliefs are the only thing that's holding you together. If you take anyone's limiting beliefs into your own, that's your own fault. Hence, you create your own reality. But when you keep your faith and you keep your morals and your beliefs, you don't know how much the universe is going to reward you, even though you have such a little stubborn heart that you just keep moving forward. You're like, you just don't want to give up. That's good. That's good. Because that's the divine being within you telling you that you are more than your circumstance. You are more than money. You are more than anything that's happened. You are more than your past. You are more than what anyone perceives of you. You're just more. And you got to hold that faith. And you got to believe that. So no matter what, you guys, don't let money define your essence. Let yourself define who you are. Because you're the only one who's going to create the next becoming of your existence. So whatever happens, you guys, I'm so glad I could share this. I'm so glad that I got out my own little way and it was like, you know what, I gotta share this. I can't keep it to myself. And you're so deserving to hear this, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing these videos. That's how I know you're deserving of hearing this wonderful message. Majority of people always want to talk about positivity. There's more gaga going on in the world than there is positivity right now, I'm going to tell you. Let me rephrase that. Even though there's a balance of positivity and negativity, even though I'm starting to see that as nothing negative, but for your own sake, just to make it more descriptive, that no matter what, everything will always work out in your favor if you keep your faith. So don't let anything else define you, but let yourself define you, and that's how you create your reality. You guys, I love you. I thank you. I'm so glad I could share this with you, because this is some real stuff. We go through this kind of stuff every single day, but we got to be reminded that we're much more bigger than what we perceive ourselves to be and what we see upon the eye. So no matter what happens to you in your life, keep your faith and who you feel like you're meant to be. Because sooner or later, when you keep building that momentum of faith, no matter what happens physically, oh man, by law, the universe has no choice but to bring everything that you desire into your reality, because you did the work and you kept that faith and you kept believing and you kept going and you kept being grateful and you kept, no matter what, you just kept going. That's the warrior within you, and give yourself some damn props, because that's something powerful. And if you have done that so far in your life, whatever things you have done, whatever things that you felt that you regretted, but you just kept propelling forward no matter what's happened, I salute to you. I love you, because man, as much as we think life is testing us, it's not testing us. It's just us getting on our own way and realizing that we're the only ones that bringing the obstacles on our way, but we're the only ones who have to knock on the door and realize we're the ones who open the door. And the funny part is, most of us think that we're in the way of our own path and we're the obstacle of our own path. We are. And you know how we are, because when you go to knock on that door, you come to realize the door was unlocked the whole time. It was unlocked the whole time. So also, to end this video, not only will whatever happens in your life and you keep the faith in that vision, just know everything is going to be alright. It really is. Everything is going to be okay. So open that door. Keep asking and keep knowing, because you're the only one who does truly know. I love you guys. Have a blissful night, a blissful day wherever you are in the world, and just stay blissful, because you never know, your blessings are probably right around the corner when everything is falling apart, when everything is actually really coming together. I love you guys. Namaste.